fixed and growth mindset. Which are you? Both? None? If you have kids, you absolutely need to understand this, as far as I'm concerned. Hey everyone, Mike Sweet here from mikesweet.co.uk, giving you the edge in life and business with NLP and psychology. Now today we're going to be talking all about the fixed and growth mindset. Now this is from studies done by Dr. Carol Dweck on fixed and growth mindset, and it's absolutely fascinating. And I mentioned in the intro, if you have children, if you have kids, you absolutely need to get this, and you really do. When I did, it was like this flash that went on that told me, wow, there's so much that I was accidentally doing right, and also so much that I was accidentally doing wrong too. So it was a big wake-up call, and the science shows us exactly what we need to know. So in brief, what is a fixed mindset and what is a growth mindset? Okay, a fixed mindset person is said to believe that talents, traits, behaviors, intelligence are all fixed. And a growth mindset believes that anyone can improve their IQ, everyone can improve their talents, everyone can improve their abilities and improve in any area of their life. See, that's interesting. So when you hear fixed and growth, people who are fixed believe that you were born with it. People who are growth mindset believe that they can nurture it, that they can learn that. So when you hear someone saying that I'm not very good at maths, or I've never been very good with numbers, or I'm not very artistic, that's a fixed mindset. When someone with a growth mindset, they don't need to delude themselves by saying, I'm great at everything. No, a growth mindset person would say, I've never been very good at math because I haven't applied myself. But now that I need it for my job, I will. See the difference? A growth mindset person would also say, I've never been very athletic, but now I'm 35 and my blood pressure is a bit higher than it should be and my waist circumference is bigger than it should be. I think it's time that I learn. And I'm going to start by running because I'll get a running coach and I'm going to really master this. You see, there's a distinct difference. One gives you opportunity and possibility. One gives you fixedness, and you are who you are. So far, where are you? Fixed or growth? Feedback and direction. A growth mindset is a person who's able to accept feedback and direction from a third party. And not just accept as gospel. If someone says you're doing this wrong, then simply change in tact. That's not it. That's being a lemming. The idea of accepting feedback is taking it on board, understanding it, trying that on. Whereas a fixed mindset person will say, well, that's the way I am. You have to deal with it. I've always been like that. That's a great one, isn't it? I've always been like that. Well, here's the thing. If someone knows that they've always been rude and obnoxious, now they don't have the get out of jail card to do that. Because the way I see it, the very knowledge of knowing that's what you're likely to do means that you shouldn't do it. Because if you do it, then that's just fundamentally wrong. See, not knowing you do something is fine, which is where this third-party feedback comes in. It gives you the ability to change tack when someone goes, Mike, do you realise that you talk way too fast? Right, yeah, I do actually, and it's something I'm working on. Or, well, I've always been like that, leave me alone. It's just me. Subtle differences, but one allows you to grow, one allows you to stay exactly where you are, fixed and stagnant. You decide. Now here's the piece that really hit home for me with children. Because I have children, we all want the best for children. Well, in fact, we all want the best for anyone. But here's something that's really interesting with children. And how we praise children, we know that we need to support a children's behaviour and learning in any way that we can. Now here's an interesting one. Whenever a child does something that is exceptional, that is fantastic, when they get a great report card, when they do well at a football match, when they do well at music, what do you tell them? How do you praise your children? Do you say, amazing, you're so good at this? It's like you just get this, it must be inherited from your grandparents. You're amazing at maths. You're amazing at drawing. Oh, wow, fantastic job. You're so gifted. Because if you do praise like that, you're in for a nasty surprise. See, the studies, without going into them verbatim, the studies show that whenever you praise a child for being good, for being intelligent, for being amazing, for being talented, then feel like they're not able to reproduce that, because that doesn't come from work. That's something from within. But whenever you praise a child for working hard, trying hard, putting in the hours, wow, your report card this year was absolutely amazing. You can really tell that you've applied yourself at work. It really shows that when you come home and spend the extra 5 minutes on your homework, this is what it leads to. See, when kids are praised that X equals Y, that work equals output, that spending time on a musical instrument equals talent, then they're able to grow from that because they know what causes it. Whenever you praise a child and tell them that they're super, tell them that they're intelligent, tell them that they're gifted, then where does that come from? What if that giftedness just stops? And that's exactly what the studies show. Whenever a large group of children, I believe it's 400 of them, were asked to do a test, and at the end of that test, half of them were told how amazing they were and how gifted they were and how talented they were. And the other half of the children were praised by saying, you worked really hard on that. I could really see you figuring that out. That was something you really put your mind to. And I can see that you spent time to answer these questions. The output was significant. The outcome was significant, should I say. When those same children were asked again to do another test, the ones who were praised for trying hard and spending time and working on it scored very high again. The one that were praised on being talented and being gifted either didn't want to take the test or scored worse because they were waiting for this giftedness to appear and they didn't know where it come from. They were waiting for this super talent juice dust to sprinkle over them so they got it all right again. See, when you tell a child that hard work pays off, they know that when they work hard, it pays off. It's as simple as that. But be careful, it's subtle, but it makes a world of difference. Now, thankfully, and why this video is being done really, it's not something you're born with. You're not born with a fixed or growth mindset. It might be nurtured more so through your parents that way. But thankfully, it's down to a belief and an understanding. And the great thing about beliefs is you can just believe something different starting right now. So remember, you're not stuck with whatever you think you have or haven't got. That's a very fixed mindset way, a growth mindset way. It says it's time to read more about this. It's time to, listen to Mike's waffle, but let's have a read of the blog post and let's do a bit more research into Carol Dweck and find out about this for myself. You're not stuck with whatever you think you have or haven't got. One of the great pieces that came from this was reading a book by Matthew Said called Bounce, The Myth of Talent, I believe it's called. And he talks about David Beckham and the super talent that, the world saw this child prodigy coming out and being a superstar, a global superstar, a footballing messiah is what people saw. But his mum didn't see that. Because at 5, 6, 7, she saw David out in the back garden kicking a ball and 9 times out of 10 failing, dropping, missing, miscalculating, getting frustrated, kicking the ball over the neighbour's fence. See, I thought that was just me. Had I known, you just need to carry on. Persistence is what created super talent, not super talent. He also mentions about Andre Agassi, the tennis player. His dad was his coach at the time, and he said, you're going to be a world champion. And you know how? For the next year, you're going to hit 1 million tennis balls, because that will be more work than anyone has ever done. Sure enough, he became a world-class player because of the work put in, the bit that no one sees. See, when they see you on court or see you on the football pitch or see you on the table tennis table, they see that piece. They don't link together all the misses, all the losses, all the incorrect backhands, all of the footballs over the fence. See, the myth is that people are talented. No, talent comes from hard work. And that's a real great growth mindset fact to have. So instill that in your children, instill that in yourself. Anything is possible when you try and learn from failure and accept feedback and keep on going. Make sense? So here are some key takeaways really from the fixed and growth mindset to really nurture that growth mindset. Is embrace a challenge. If you can't do something, it means you're about to learn something new. Do you get it? When you go, I can't do that. Have those guys on your shoulder going, come on, you can't do it because you never have. You haven't tried hard enough. This is a chance for you to grow. The next piece is really embrace feedback. Really take on board what people say to you. I remember, not as verbatim. Don't just go and do that, but try it on and give you a possibility to learn from, to grow from. Make sense? So I hope you've seen how the growth and fixed mindsets completely differ, and you can adopt anyone anytime, although I'm sure you wouldn't want to just adopt a fixed mindset if you have the choice, which you do. So my challenge to you is, how are you going to learn this stuff? How are you going to adopt this psychology and NLP that we talk about in your day-to-day life? If you want some help, pop over to mikesweet.co.uk/sign up. Put your email in the box there and you'll be sent a weekly newsletter with something practical that you can begin to apply in your life and in your work. That will make a difference. So, let's get connected. I'm on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at Mike C. Sweet. So let's get connected. Please do like, please do share, please do subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and let's get connected. Speak soon. Bye for now.